What's up, guys? So today we're going to be talking about baritone guitars and why it's been so popular in modern metal. Bands like Periphery, Sleep Token, Humanity's Last Breath, love these extended range instruments. And today we're going to be diving into that. But first, let me explain to you what a baritone guitar is. A baritone is a lot like a regular guitar, except that it's a lot longer. And I'm talking about in scale length. Scale length is the distance between the nut and the bridge of an instrument. And with baritone instruments, that distance is a lot longer, allowing for musicians to tune notes really low. And I'm talking bass guitar territory. And it's really popular in modern metal. The guitar I have today is the JA Baritone coming from Harley Benton, and this is what it looks like before modification, costing only a whopping $200. It's a heavily modified guitar, so let's start off from the top with golden Geiger tuners. It also has a neck pickup delete with a homemade pickguard, also sporting some bare knuckle P90 pickups that are gold to match the black and gold aesthetic going on. And you can't forget the gold input jack. I think that's a really cool touch. This guitar really gives me Eddie Van Halen vibes, in the sense of getting your own cheap instrument and modifying it to become something interesting, something you can't find in your average store. So why would you choose a baritone instrument? Well, for the lack of strings, I think. See, a lot of guitar players I talk to say that they actually don't like the extra strings when it comes to extended range instruments. The 6-string guitar is what they grew up on and always use. So a baritone gives you access to the same register as the extended range, but you still feel at home, and it doesn't block your writing process. See, I'm a guitar player, and when I went to bass, I felt like I would have just conquered it. But when it's a whole different instrument, but kind of the same instrument, it's a really frustrating feeling. And with baritones, well, at least 30-inch baritones, they don't have multiscale. And for those who don't know, multiscale is an instrument where each string has a unique scale length, and it's designed to optimize tension, intonation, and ergonomics. So in theory, you could have one of the strings with the scale length that the baritone instrument has. But with multiscale, it comes at the cost of having slanted frets. And with that, it feels very uncomfortable, at least for me and a lot of guitar players I know, to play guitar. So having all the frets being uniform and straight on a 30-inch guitar solves this issue. But it's a per-person issue, and multiscale has a lot of opinions. Let me know yours below. Another thing to keep in mind is the whole 30-inch baritone guitar thing is pretty niche. Even though it is getting more popular in metal, the market hasn't really caught up with it yet. So if you're looking for something really beautiful finish-wise or custom built to specific specs, you might just have to modify the guitar or get a custom build. And that's something I see often done with guitars of this stature. But another thing to keep in mind as well is that even though it is at 30-inch scale length, if you want to go in the double or triple or whatever tunings, you know, with 90-inch gauges even on, I still find this guitar feeling a little floppy. And you still have to throw some pretty heavy gauges on it if you want to get in those super duper low tunings. I'm personally going to stick to my 7 and 8 string guitars. I like more options. Also, you could extend the scale length on those things, put Evertunes on them, pitch shifters like the Digitech Whammy. Not to mention, I feel a lot less flexible in a 30-inch guitar. But that's just me. I'm Johnny. I make other videos on guitar and metal. Make sure to leave a like. It helps the channel a lot. And until next time, peace out.